Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Today I wanted to talk about some more 3.6 stuff. I sort of do a quick tour of the reclamation yards, the salvage yards, the scrap yards, whatever you wanted to call them. They're pretty basic, but a lot of people have requested to see them. You will be able to sell like stolen ships here eventually, maybe buy some cool stuff, but you're able to sell stolen goods there in 3.6, which is part of the law and black market system. So basically they're one of the major black market locations, and there's a few around Hurston and Lawville, and we may see some more in other places in the future. You see, as I go below a certain speed, get my hover mode again. We're going to hover around this junkyard. A little bit of like ash snow going on as well. Just below me is the actual outpost, but it's basically in a junk biome. Now at the moment, loads of popping in of assets. Not the best when it comes to popping in. These biomes are pretty cool though. I suppose just any of the biomes are pretty cool in Star Citizen. They're all relatively well detailed. Thinking about it more realistically, I think actually probably the trash biomes, because they're made up of lots of little mini piles of assets, they're probably pretty intensive when it comes to resource-wise. And we can see sort of like bits of sabers and auroras and constellations and things like that. Just everywhere in the junk piles. And actual multi-story outpost there. And lots of other little scrappy containers. Let's slow down somewhat. And we will land just outside here. Holding X will sort of like level out my ship. Sure, we are trying to be level. And then we'll probably put down the landing gear, that would probably help. I'm not great at landing with the new flight model. There we go. That's close enough to being landed, right? No, apparently not.
Complete.
Look at this. Power off. Yeah. That'll be fine. I did hear some sounds like someone shooting me, which hopefully is not what is happening. I want to have a quick look around these. You can literally see piles of some of these scrap assets, and they're not the best blended with the floor and stuff at the moment. Can see literally sections of ships though. And some of these ships are, well, I mean, part of the pipeline for the ships is to have these sections and derelicts and broken parts made. It's I've literally left the comms channel for inside my Cutlass Black, which is one of the things that 3.6 does. It puts you in comms channels that are appropriate to the ship you're in. I think that's a entryway for a Starfarer. We've got these like interesting areas, and now these might be a lot more functional in the future, like nomming up bits of scrap and stuff. We've got bits of a caterpillar here. We might see some more activity around these scrapyards. We actually saw these windmills quite a long time ago. And I didn't think they'd be moving yet. I always think that a lot of the stuff in Star Citizen is going to get implemented sort of like in a lot lower state, a lot more simple state to start with. Sometimes they put some cool stuff in. Like moving windmills! So basically it's just smack bam in the middle of a scrapyard junk biome. Got some solar panels, which would provide power for the actual outpost. And we've got this 2-story outpost here, and then we've got this like standard outpost over there. So let's have a look over here. Well, here is where we'd pick up our box if we wanted it. There's also a trade and shipping terminal, which would allow us to buy or sell goods. Now, the reason you'd want to sell goods here is because you can sell stolen items here. That's the idea of these outposts. You sell your stolen items here, get rid of them, because stolen items are at the very least a misdemeanor in space at the moment. But there's different jurisdictional zones and stuff. Some levels of stolen items. So if you've got under 1 SCU of stolen cargo, for example, I believe you're actually all right as long as it's under. It's not a criminal offence. And so they're tweaking the law system at the moment and all that sort of jazz. Same with narcotics. If you've got under 0.125 of an SCU, I believe, it's fine cargo-wise. And then possession of some on you is fine, but not over a certain amount. Stuff like that. So they've got some quite interesting ways of breaking down the law system at the moment. We'll go grab that box in a second. But let's run over to this outpost over here. Double check that I can't go up the ladder there. Expect in the future we will be able to climb up these. Oh, there's no rungs on the ladder. Tricksy ladder. I think there's an expectation that a lot more of this stuff will be functional in the future, and we'll be able to maintain our own outposts to a certain extent. This is much more of like a junk shanty. Oh, I've just literally put my pistol away. Oh, so this is not openable. Which makes sense. Hoping that would open up, but it does not yet. Maybe in the future we'll have interiors to that. So that's a multi-story little outpost there. We might see more of those in the future. I'm hoping we get to build some of this stuff. Let's grab our box. What do human food bars look like? Oh. Oh my god. They're made of people. So yeah, that's the scrap biome. And that is the reclamation, salvage yard, scrap yard, whatever you want to call them. They're basically just very simple outposts. With different assets in the scrap sort of area. Go have a look in here. Some of these buildings are enterable, but they're pretty empty at the moment. But obviously they will be used for some missions and great for combat and stuff like that in the future. But I just like the fact that they are made up of lots and lots and lots of like other assets and bits of destroyed ship. With the junk biomes, with those sort of like salvage yards, they can really just go a bit wild. I think they're pretty cool. Good little locations for you to be able to sell your stolen goods, and they will get some more functionality in the future. You'll be able to sell stolen ships there. Let's go deliver these human food bars before we get caught with them. Because, if I open this up, if it lets me open this up, we can go to my journal, and then we can see in UEE, in around Crusader Industries. Let's have a look. I think human food bars are prohibited goods. So we would get a fine for that. And we don't want to get a fine. We don't want to get caught with them at all. So let's quantum to the orphanage. Still got to put some power to your engines with the mouse wheel. But those scrap biomes do go on for quite a large way. And that popping in and out of sort of assets, I think that's probably quite taxing on the server even. Put my landing gear away, point upwards, and go! And that's it, really, for the scrap yards. We will go and look at some full mission loops. There's a lot more stuff for 3.6 PTU that hasn't been added yet for the 3.6 branch. And a lot of the stuff that is in is sort of like only partly implemented, so sort of bear that in mind. There's going to be a lot more coming soon. If you want anything specific looked at, please drop them in the comments below. I will take requests. Every month we have a ship giveaway. July is no different. We have an 890 jump to give away, donated by My Radar, who make a free weather app available for iOS, Android, and other mobile devices besides. They also have the Moons of Crusader and their services displayed in their app for Star Citizen, which is mega cool. And they are adding even more moons. Coming soon as well are the planets of Hurston and ArcCorp. Check out that app in the links below. I am still shilling for Shadow and NordVPN. So Shadow, that allows you to have a high-spec gaming and Windows 10 environment subscription service streamed to any device, old PC, laptop, phone, that sort of stuff. It's great for Star Citizen and any other modern game, and for people that want a Windows 10 sort of environment on the go. They do keep on updating their software and their hardware, so you don't have to worry about that. Also, I use NordVPN, which is a really useful VPN for security, privacy, or accessing websites more easily. It also has a lot of advantages over free VPN services, and it is still mega cheap. Use the code BoredGamer for Shadow or NordVPN to get a discount. Thank you for your continued support and love, especially from Robert Johnston, Huntress, Dalamars, Vamprist, Gear Khan, Cat Astrus Mega, Andy Green, Mill, and Snarky. You guys and girls are not just the best, but you're also my executive producers for the month of July, and you've gone beyond all possible sense financially in supporting the channel, so genuinely thank you very much. It is amazingly appreciated. If you do have any questions or ideas for content, organizations you want me to check out, or just want me to say hi to you, or you want to say hi, leave a comment below and I will try and read it and get back to you. Also, feel free to check out my Discord and my Reddit and my Facebook page and my Instagrams. I know lots of stuff down below if you're interested in any of that, but whatever, take care guys, and I'll see you in the verse.